a day that we have prayed for, a day that we have wished, a day that we are still hoping will be the beginning of the end of energy crisis in Nigeria. Not only in Nigeria, but in Africa as a whole. Oh Allah, we thank you for the wisdom given to the leaders of this organization to overcome all these challenges. We thank you, oh Allah, for the wisdom given to our leaders of this nation and other nations around, giving them all the opportunity to overcome the challenges that we have in this country.
This amazing project, covering an area of 2,635 hectares, 7 times Victoria Island, is the largest train refinery in the world. Designed to do 650,000 barrels per day. In fact, the power plant alone, 435 megawatts, will power 5 states in Nigeria. This edifice will meet the needs 100% for Nigeria, and a lot will be left for export. So if you call today a day of independence, you'll be right. Independence from importation of refined products. Freedom from queuing at filling stations. Freedom of conducting night vigils at petrol stations. Today is indeed a day that brings overwhelming joy to our hearts. Today, the resource cost, that is the tag on our oil reserve, has embarked on a journey to becoming a resource blessing. Welcome, as Dangote is poised to give energy to all and empower all. I welcome you all, but to formally welcome all of us here, it's my honor and pleasure to welcome the man whose vision this is, Alhaji Aliko Dangote GCON.
To this commemoration of the commissioning of the Dangote oil refinery and petrochemicals. Your Excellency may recall that just about a year ago, you were here to commission the 3 million tons fertilizer plant, and you graciously accepted our invitation to return to Lekki to commission the refinery and the petrochemicals, which was under construction. On behalf of the board, management, and staff of Dangote Industries, I wish to extend our deep appreciation for this great honor done to us. Over 2 decades ago, we made the commitment to invest in the downstream petroleum sector in response to the increasing shortages of petroleum products in our country and the consequent challenges on our economy and its negative impact on the lives and livelihoods of our people. Initially, we thought to enter into the industry by acquiring the brownfield refineries under the federal government's privatization program in 2007. Regrettably, the outcome of the exercise was reversed and our payments returned. This motivated us to rethink our market entry strategy and our business model. We subsequently committed to enter the market boldly with a vision to invest in a greenfield refinery that will transform the industry in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. And that is why we went for the biggest refinery ever built in the world. We decided on a plant designed with a state-of-the-art technology and at a scale in capacity that will be a game changer in Africa and the global market. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, the facility we are commissioning today is aimed to reposition Nigeria as a key player in the downstream petroleum market of the global petroleum sector of the global market. We have built a refinery with a capacity of 650,000 barrels per day of crude oil, plus 900,000 metric tons of polypropylene in a single train, which is the largest built ever. We have selected the best plants and equipment and the latest technology from across the world. Our product slate is designed to meet the highest quality standards of the high-value products, including premium motor spirit, PMS, automotive gas, oil, diesel, aviation fuel, kerosene, ATK, all of Euro 5 standards that will enable us to meet not only to meet our country's demand, but also to become a key player in the African and the global market. Our coastal location and offshore loading and offloading single-point mooring facilities with the capacity to receive all our crude oil supplies and evacuate up to 75% of our liquid products, giving us direct access to the rest of Africa and the global market for exports. In addition, 80% of our production can also be discharged through trucks to go around Nigeria. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, our huge investment of over $18.5 billion in this industry has been prompted by our desire to support and contribute our quota to the federal government's sustained efforts to transform our economy and properly position our country as a leading nation in Africa. Member among economies in Africa. Your Excellency, Mr. President, this commissioning ceremony is just the beginning of a great journey, a milestone in a new and exciting trajectory for our downstream sector of Nigeria's oil and gas industry. It is our firm commitment that we will replicate this sector, what we have actually achieved in the cement and fertilizer markets, where Nigeria transited from being the largest importer of these two products to a net exporter of August this year. Beyond this, we intend to ensure that our plants are run at the highest capacity utilization and the highest efficiency to enable us to export competitively to other markets, especially in the ECOWAS and the wider region, in which 53 countries out of 55 are dependent on imports to meet their petroleum products demand. This is a clear opportunity for Nigeria, given the African Union's commitment to the creation of an African common market through recently established African Continental Common Market through recently established African Continental Free Trade Area regime. Let me now briefly touch on the immediate benefits of today's commissioning that will bring to our economy and our people. First, beyond the constant availability of a high quality fuels for our transportation sector, the refinery will also make available to our industries vital raw materials for a wide range of manufacturers in the plastics, pharmaceuticals, food, beverages, packaging, construction, and many other industries. Second, while the refinery operation and ancillary businesses will generate massive job opportunities, the downstream value chain will equally provide far more absorptive capacity for labor in the hundreds of thousands. Third, once our plant is fully commissioned and it is on stream, we expect that at least 40% of the capacity will be available for export, and this will result in significant foreign exchange earning into the country. Overall, we are committed to operating our plant in line with international best practice. Recognizing the importance of protecting the environment, we have adopted stringent environmental health and safety policies to ensure that the refinery operates in a safe and sustainable manner. Mr. President, other excellencies, distinguished guests, the journey to this event was long and arduous. It could not have been possible without the support and collaboration of many parties and individuals. So permit me, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, to recognize and appreciate just a few. Let me start with Your Excellency, Mr. President. Your sustained support and encouragement over the past 8 years have been, and for me personally, a source of great motivation and strength. At times, when I felt like really giving up, your confidence and quiet words of assurance have been the difference. Mr. President, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for this encouragement and making sure that this project is possible. Those like me who have actually made Lagos our home will testify that since the beginning of the current democratic dispensation, the government of Lagos State has been exceptionally remarkable in its commitment and support for the private. From the tenure of the President-elect, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who established this Lekki Free Trade Zone, to the incumbent governor, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who has been most proactive in ensuring the successful execution of this project, the state government has indeed demonstrated great commitment to promoting an investment-friendly climate, which made it possible for our group to invest over $30 billion in various industries in the economy over that period. We must really thank the Asiwaju of Nigeria for his incredible vision and foresight. I would like to also express our deep appreciation and gratitude to the Lagos State government and its successive governors for the resolute facilitation of this enabling environment. The Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources and its various agencies, especially the NNPC, our partner, has helped to steer this project to this successful event. Under the leadership of Mele Kyari, the NNPC has extended their full support and backing to ensure that no obstacles stand in the way of our progress.
I'm immensely delighted to be here today to witness this historic occasion, which heralds a significant accomplishment for Nigeria's foremost industrialist, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, the Dangote Group, as well as our beloved nation, Nigeria, and indeed the entire continent of Africa. Today, our history is being rewritten, and Nigeria's trajectory for greater growth and prosperity is enhanced as we inaugurate Africa's largest refinery, the Dangote Refinery, alongside its petrochemical plant. I congratulate Alhaji Aliko Dangote and his team for their uncommon tenacity and unwavering commitment in completing this project, notwithstanding various challenges that they have faced. More importantly, please permit me to congratulate and thank President Muhammadu Buhari for his unrivaled leadership, vision, and support in ensuring that this significant project, which exemplifies the President's effort towards building a more productive economy, was completed during his tenure
as president.
Is a wow. We're indeed truly proud that you have put Nigeria and indeed Africa on that world map in which you have done the very first that nobody, or well, history will want to come and meet it up. And we're proud of your belief in your country, your belief in the youth that you are given opportunity to. And we're proud of the fact that you are a Nigerian that is completely detribalized, and you have imbibed in many ways than possible. I want to thank you and thank you again.
Therefore, like on behalf of the President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to heartily commend and congratulate Alhaji Aliko Dangote and the Dangote Group for not only ambition in this significant project, but for their courage, resilience, and staying power in bringing this outstanding edifice to fruition. Nigeria, and indeed Africa, is proud of you, Alhaji Aliko Dangote.
I am informed that this complex has the capacity to process 650,000 barrels a day of crude, which will enable our country to achieve self-sufficiency in refined products and even have some surplus for export. This clearly makes this event a notable milestone for our economy and a game changer for the downstream petroleum products market, not only in Nigeria, but the entire African continent. I am aware that this is not the first time the Dangote Group under Alhaji Aliko Dangote's leadership is putting Nigeria on the global map through his bold, visionary, and courageous investments in key industries. The group has helped to transform our economy from heavy import dependence to a net exporter in some critical industries, including cement and fertilizer. Our economy, which has been stressed for many decades by huge deficits in economic infrastructure and over a decade of insurgency, has also been severely impacted by several external crises, including the global financial crisis, the collapse of oil prices, the coronavirus pandemic, and the Russia-Ukraine war. The consequences of these challenges constitute a severe strain on our economy, limiting government's ability to provide basic infrastructure without resorting to huge borrowings. Our government, therefore, took the decision to focus attention on creating an enabling environment for the private sector to thrive and fill the enormous gap in investments, not only in infrastructure, but also in all critical sectors. We recognize that without active participation of the private sector and a strong commitment to public-private partnership, our economy would continue to remain severely challenged and our economic growth impeded. Government, therefore, will and should continue to provide an enabling environment and encourage innovative public-private partnership in all sectors of our economy. Our administration has demonstrated its commitment to this in many areas, such as our Executive Order 007 of 2019, which facilitated the rehabilitation. But to achieve the goals of Agenda 2063, Africa must come together. We must integrate our economies, eliminate barriers to trade, and energize our youthful population to scale up our productive capacity. We must create necessary conditions for our private sector to grow and partner with the public sector to accelerate economic growth across the continent. We must not allow outside powers to use some of our leaders to destabilize our economic and political trajectory. The footprints of the Dangote Group and other Nigerian entrepreneurs are popping up in increasing number of sister African countries. The presence at this event of my brothers from Ghana, Togo, and Niger and Senegal is evidence of the progress in this regard.